Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am finally starting my YouTube channel. I cannot believe I'm saying that. I have wanted to do YouTube since I started watching 𝔽𝕉𝕊𝕀𝕉𝕉 in 08, 09. I absolutely love YouTube. I love YouTubers. I think it's such raw content and I would prefer that. And I think that's what fits best into really what I'm looking for. Without further ado, I am going to introduce myself. My name is Marissa. I am 26 and I am going to be competing in my first bodybuilding show in May. I'm so excited. I cannot even begin to explain. Before getting into all of the bodybuilding stuff, I'm from New York. I currently work in sales, in tech sales, which I love, and I'm grateful that I get to do it from home. As far as my fitness journey, it's been a wild ride. Playing college softball, I was working out. We would lift 4 to 5 days a week, and it was geared towards being a better softball player, obviously. Were there ever really physique changes? No, I never saw any, and that's probably because I was eating like shit. What we were doing wasn't going to help the goals that I had, and at the time I really didn't have any goals. I just wanted to be a great softball player. So after college, with COVID happening, we couldn't really get into any gyms. So I put on around 30 pounds. Side note, if weight and weight loss, things like that trigger you, probably not for you, because I am gonna throw numbers in there. This is just for me and my journey and documenting how far I've come. So I started my heaviest was 195. I knew for a fact I didn't want to touch the 200s. So I knew I wanted to make a change. And from there, I started doing at-home workouts during COVID, but then I went down to play my last year of college softball, so I went right back into softball geared workouts. And that was fine. That's, it was good for what it was for. Once I finished my college softball career, I knew I didn't want to stop working out completely. Quite a few people take a break after. I get it, the burnout, totally get it. I didn't want to be one of those people. So I hopped right back into the gym. The transition from burning so many calories every single day playing softball to not doing that anymore and still going to the gym, it made an impact on my physique. I knew I needed to try and adjust what I'm doing, what I'm eating, things like that. But I never really knew anything about nutrition. I actually didn't know anything about nutrition until this past February. So about a year, I've now been tracking my macros, but we'll get there. So with starting working out this is 2021 now, we're talking. 2021, I'm working out, I'm going to the gym consistently, not doing a ton of cardio, I'm lifting heavy weight, but I'm eating maybe 1 to 2 meals a day. Not ideal. Don't do that. If you could skip anything in your fitness journey, it's the only eating 2 meals a day part. Eat more food. You are starving yourself, your body's storing that food as fat because it doesn't know when it's gonna eat again because you're not eating enough. It's simple as that, unfortunately. If you see me looking down, I'm looking at my notes. This way I know what the hell I'm talking about. I got back in the gym right after college, working out 5-ish days a week, not doing a ton of cardio, not eating enough food. That went on for about 2 years. Summer of 2021 to the winter of 2022, I was doing the same thing. Around that time, I moved in with my boyfriend and I was doing his workouts. That is one of the hard things to do, is keep yourself consistent in a program. And lucky for me, I was just doing his program. Was it tailored to me and what I personally wanted? No, but at the time I didn't really know what I wanted. I was just really getting back into the gym, making sure I was consistent. And at a point I was kind of just doing it to make sure he knew I was working out, and that's not healthy. It wasn't for me. So that went on for a few months. And then about a little over a year ago, my boyfriend and I decided we were gonna do 75 hard. We had wanted to do it for a very long time, but things were just kind of getting in the way, but we were done making excuses and we decided to just do it. we started 75 Hard in February of last year, 2023, and that put us finishing in late April. That was the first time that I felt like I had like full control of what I looked like. 75 Hard definitely changed my life, absolutely. We're bringing it back to macros now. So never tracked macros until I started 75 Hard. And 75 Hard, you have to follow a diet. So I decided that I wanted to stay in a calorie deficit. And in order to make sure I was doing that, I had to track my macros. So I used MyFitnessPal. If you're not familiar, it's on the App Store. It's very easy to use, and it pretty much has absolutely any product you could ever buy in there for you to document each day. Really nice. So I went on a macro calculator online. I tried to figure out what fit best for me, put myself in a deficit, and I started tracking. If you know me, I am not good at math at all. So doing this was scary. It was frustrating. I cried a few times because figuring out grams and milliliters and whatever else was so difficult for me. I didn't know if it was ever right. I didn't know if what I was doing was right. The amount that I was having was right. So there's a lot of factors in it, and it's hard. For me, it was hard because it was new to me, because I didn't know what I was doing, just like anything else. 75 Hard went great. I ended up losing about 13 pounds, and at this point, when I started, I was around 186, and I ended at 172. Really, the difference I was looking for was in my stomach, because I had never had a flat stomach. I'll insert pictures if I can, if I know what I'm doing. I never had a flat stomach in my life, and that's really been the goal up until I finished 75 Hard. I told myself, if I'm able to finish 75 Hard and track my macros, I want to hire a coach. At first, it started with being a lifestyle client, just normal working out, having a coach write a program for me, macros that fit me, and that is how it started. However, the person that I went with was someone that I found on social media who was a professional bodybuilder, an IFBB pro. I found Brooke Hazard online, and I'm so grateful. I'm so eternally grateful for her. She is not near me, so everything that we do is fully online. It's through an app. Super nice that way, personally. But I think if you are looking to get a personal trainer or a coach and you don't have a ton of experience in the gym, something in person might make more sense for you if you're not too familiar with what you're doing in the gym. I started with her in April. When we spoke the first time, I told her I'm not sure if I want to bodybuild. It's an idea I have, but I don't know yet. Just because at the time I felt like I couldn't do it. And she said, yeah, that's great. That's perfectly fine. Literally, maybe 3 weeks later, I told her, you know what, I think I want to do that. I think I want to bodybuild. So we kept that in mind. And from there, my program didn't really change between the time I told her I wanted to just do lifestyle and then when I wanted to do bodybuilding. Regardless, I still kind of had to go back to the beginning and learn mind to muscle connection, because I was in the gym for the past year doing really heavy weight for different movements, lifting it, but not feeling it in the right place, in the right muscle. My mind was not connected to the muscle. So going back to the beginning, lowering the weight, having specific cues in mind, that's where Brooke really helped. And I immediately started seeing progress. Just after a few weeks, I was able to start seeing progress. From there, we went into a little cut over the summer and then into a small build phase this past fall. And with all of what I was doing, I decided I did want to do the wellness category. And that's what I've been training for this entire time. I said I want to compete this May/June. That's the plan. I have completed my first 2 weeks of prep. It's Sunday, January 14th, and I am 18 weeks out from my first bodybuilding show. I'm going to be doing NPC, and I wouldn't have any of this any other way. Going into the bodybuilding a little bit deeper with playing college softball, that was my passion, that was my love. I wanted to coach, I wanted to be consumed by softball and just like helping other people. Once it was over, I felt like I kind of lost that. You know, I'm in a sales job at home, not seeing a ton of people. The gym was really where I was only seeing people. So it was a little bit lonely, but once I started this, I realized that this is my new passion. This is my new passion. It fires me up the way that softball does, basically. And I've found that through just the progress I've been able to make myself, that people see in the gym and come up to me and ask what I'm doing. I'm not a coach, I'm not certified, but I did that. I was able to get the results, and we're still on the way. I'm not perfect in any way. It's been less than a year, and I'm now currently sitting at 154 pounds, and I was 186 this time last year, and that's insane to me. With that progress and people in my gyms seeing that progress and seeing how hard I'm working, all they're doing is asking questions, and I love to be able to help. I love to share the knowledge that I've gathered and learned through this experience. Not that everyone wants to bodybuild, but you know, you see these great athletes, these great bodybuilders who were able to achieve these crazy transformations, and that's because they're doing crazy things. And not everyone has to do crazy things, but when you want it enough, you do it. When you make it important enough to you, you make time for it. Doesn't matter. Bodybuilding right now is a hobby, and while it's just something that I'm doing before and after work, it's really the only thing I'm thinking about. It fires me up. It makes me want to be better at my job. It makes me want to make a lot of money. Good thing I'm in sales, right? It makes me want to be a better person. And it makes me, this is not about you. And it makes me smile. I can talk about it forever. And that's exactly how I was with softball. From here, what can we expect from me on YouTube? I love lifestyle content. I love vlogs. I love gym content. I love all of that crap. And I love prep vlogs. I love prep vlogs. I love prep vlogs. And I have 18 weeks left, so why not document what I'm doing? Can you please? That's what you can expect from me on here. I want to just document everything that I'm doing, how I feel, the highs, the lows, the in-betweens, because I know from what I've learned from everybody that I've worked with so far, there will be quite a few lows, and that's okay. I'm here for it, and I'm here to feel every bit of it. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in seeing any of what I just talked about, please like and subscribe and let me know what it is you would want to see specifically. I am here for it all. Right? What do you think? Are you going to be on YouTube? That's it. Thank you guys so much. I will see you soon.